Alright, welcome back everybody. We're going in the Chaos Shrine. And we need to go through the double doors here. There's the 5 bats. Talk about. You focus the light of the 4 shining crystals, fire, earth, water, and wind, on the black crystal. The flow of time surges and space begins to warp. Take 1 step forward and you will travel back 2,000 years in time. Weird, huh? Did all that just to shatter the black crystal so we could teleport ourselves back 2,000 years in the past so we can fight the original versions of the 4 fiends before they take the crystals or something. I don't know. Oh good, there's 4. Glad. Not sure where that first one ran away. Maybe he saw one look at my family and pooped his pants. Pooped his scales, ran away like a little weakling. Yep, we're finally going up the ladder. Took me only like 5 minutes or so to fucking find this one thing, even though it was clearly just to my right hand side. Gotta peek around, make sure I didn't miss any treasure chests or, you know, the other boss battle or the enemy battles I fucking fought instead. Very dangerous. Oh man. You think you're safe, just walk around, then the enemies do like 200 damage to you and you're like, oh, I need to heal. I don't want to spend my stuff right now, even though I'm maxed out on Gil. Could you imagine in this world being maxed out on money? Like, oh hey, you know, you see that you have, you know, $999,999.99 in your account. You can no longer make any more money until you spend some of it. And we can only give you up to $999,999.99. So, like, go spend the money, otherwise you don't get more. You just put it on the ground because you can't carry it anymore. Which I understand is a limitation of the game. At a certain point you have to hit max, max whatever. You know, whether that be max skill, max money, max time, you know. Eventually you have to hit the wall where the game can no longer turn over without it corrupting the game. To get past this part, we should start running into the 4 fiends, which will probably be the exact same order we fought them in. But Holy's always a good option. Varga's always a good option. Warp, we could give that a try if we wanted to. I don't know if we'll get there. Particularly with guys fleeing. Nope, missed. I broke the 1,000 mark now, great. Holy, 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 holy. Oh, Death Eye, great. Like one of my favorite enemies, the Death Eye. He looks at you and goes, death. And you go, oh no, my eyes are dead. Or he goes, death. And you're like, Mr. Eyeball, I don't know about that. Death. We use that loot that the princess gave us at the beginning of the game. Or flute. That unlocked the Chaos Shrine some 2,000 years ago in the past. Lots to look at. Trying to figure out the best way to get through this area without ending up in like a million trillion battles that aren't necessary. Fuck this shit. Let's use this death, and then we can use it kill on them. Who knows? Let's find out. You're dead anyways. Good old Daija. 500 damage. 400 damage actually, but who's counting, right? Alright, we're on the other side of the bottom floor now. I just have to go from right to left. I love the dragons. They're always fun to deal with. Though I'm again at the point of this game where it doesn't really matter what I do. I'm just gonna crush everything. Mainly with physical attacks. But the magic's nice too, you know. I don't know. It's one of those things where each class does something different better than the others. You know, the ninja is a better evader slash hit person. You know, knight's obviously just a fucking tank. And then the mages are pretty good at what they do, healing and black magic damage, but when it comes to bosses, it's you sort of here and there, I guess. I don't know how to better put it than that. No. This area is kind of long. It'll start to get shorter when we run into the first of the 4 fiends, which is going to be again the Lich first, followed by well, they're in order. That would be Meredith, then Kraken, then Heimet, then the final boss. Just making sure I don't miss any treasure chests. I know there's some upcoming, but you know, I don't have to backtrack to get them. Yeah, I have a ton of high potions now. And then I still have max skill too, so fun, huh? Spend all that money on power-ups and shit, and I still end up maxed out. Should probably go to the regular strategy of haste plus increasing my attack. That's fair damage, even though it's supposed to be like super effective. And yes, we're just gonna cycle through these attacks till he's dead, which he is now. Bad against fire, bad against Daija. Daija. And then obviously my attacks are doing pretty good damage. So, fun little factoid is if I were to leave this area now and come back again, I would have to fight the Lich again. However, in this Pixel Remaster version, once I beat him, he's dead. Gone forever. I could leave now, come back, you know, back through the thing from the very start, and he will not appear again. Whereas if you play the PlayStation version, you play the original version, you know, he'll keep appearing every time you try to get on those stairs. And same with the other 4 fiends as you go up the tower or down the tower, whatever. I think we're going up. But as you go up, yeah, each of the staircases that lead to the next level that have, you saw the little colored gem on the stairs in the last area, and then there's a red one here on the set of stairs that leads up to the next level. Those would all be you fighting the fiend again until you were capable of getting all the way to the top of the tower to fight the final boss, having gone through the gauntlet of fighting all 4 fiends. So if you needed to exit, you know, the dungeon and go, you know, stock up on health items or rest or grind or whatever you're going to do to get yourself more ready for the final boss, you would have to fight them all in order to get to the top of the tower and finish the game. Ambush. Right, there's a left way and a right way to go, and they both have items in them. Yeah, the Protect Ring would be nice if it was... I didn't already have it on all 4 of my guys. Because even if there's a stronger, like, arm thing for them, which I don't think there is, unless there's a drop somewhere. Like, the protection level of that is just too much. Robe that are guards against time and... Yeah, like who's gonna use... maybe the final boss, but I was gonna say who's gonna use stop on me now? Nobody. Slow, yes. Stop, no. Went out to dinner yesterday with my family, brother, sister, father, mother. Went to a somewhat nice restaurant. It's not a super nice restaurant. But it was a nice enough restaurant that, you know, you should probably wear a polo shirt and some nice khakis. But unbeknownst to me, I had blown a hole in my pants back where my pocket is. Like I had apparently worn or caught the pocket of my pants in such a way that right at the top portion closest to where my belt loops would be had ripped, like in sort of a diagonal way. Yeah, that's the blade. Or is it? No, it is not. Okay. Well, upcoming here, somewhere in this vicinity, is going to be... I think I picked up an item I already had. But somewhere upcoming, we're gonna run into Masamune, which I'm going to equip to myself, Chris, the ninja. Even though I don't really much care for being a ninja, just not Chris the ninja. I don't think of myself that way. It's just I wanted to name each one of these 4 heroes after me and my siblings. And brother picked Black Mage. Other brother would definitely pick Warrior, because that's his ideal, whatever you want to call it, male archetype. He's the warrior knight. And then, like I said, brother wanted to be Black Mage, so that left me with either turning myself into a monk or Black Mage. Or what? I'm sorry, monk or white mage. But I'm kind of sneaky, so thief made the most sense for me. I do like how in this Final Fantasy game I probably already mentioned this already, but you seem to start out with like a like you're doing like single to double digit damage, like somewhere in the ballpark of like 1. There's another good one, Protective Cloak. That's what I wanted to put on. It's the only shield that the mages can wear, Protective Cloak. What was I saying? I just completely forgot what I was saying because I just got distracted. Oh, yeah, you start out doing like single digit damage, anywhere but between 1 to, say, I don't know, 50 damage. I can't remember how much I was doing initially when I started, with the knight, that is. And then you slowly work your way up to hundreds of damage. So as you can see, White Mage, Black Mage, they're doing about 100 to 300 damage. Meanwhile, my fighter character slash ninja, they're doing closer to 1,000 damage, which is what I was about to say. That must have been a critical. But you don't really normally crack 1,000 plus damage, because everyone has lower, HP values in this game. Whereas in a lot of the more recent Final Fantasy games, you start out by doing, hundreds of damage, like 100, 200, 300, and then you slowly get to the point towards the end of the game where you're, doing in the ballpark of, we'll say, about 3,000 to 5,000 damage with an attack, with either certain attacks or certain magics doing 5 or maybe even eventually max damage, which is 990 or 9,999 damage. And then when you get to Final Fantasy X, they let you break the damage barrier and go over 9999, and you can go all the way up to 99,999. Which, okay, great, good and great and good, but like, there's no enemies, at least in the original Final Fantasy X, that even remotely need that level of damage. I mean, you don't need to even be doing more than a couple thousand damage to just completely dominate some of the final bosses you fight in that game. And I know they have super bosses in a lot of the games. I mean, This game has one, technically has one, the war mech, but he's not all that difficult in comparison to like a ruby weapon, an emerald weapon, an Ozma, an Ultima weapon, Omega weapon. But usually those enemies are, you follow a strategy and it usually negates whatever difficulty there is in fighting those bosses. Like, you know, sort of like the setup I have right here. You have White Mage's job is to heal. So, you know, he or she's primary job is to make sure that everyone's constantly getting heals. And when you're not healing, you're buffing. And then same with Black Mage. Black Mage is designed to deal damage and either buff the party or debuff the well, in this case he's got buffs, but I was gonna say debuff the enemy however he can, and then start throwing magic at him. In this case, they don't really have super powerful magic like a flare or an Ultima, but something like that would be what you would want to do, is you want to try to throw as powerful, or, you know, go take their elemental weakness and throw that at them. And then obviously, you know, your knight or your paladin is designed to be sort of a big physical damage dealer with maybe a little bit of healing or a little bit of debuff sort of shit. You know, in the off chance your healer gets killed with a one-hit KO. And then of course your thief is designed to steal, which doesn't make them super great against, you know, end game bosses, but yeah, we'll just keep hammering away at our weaknesses. And like I said, the ideal strategy for the two physical dealers is I should use that, I can't remember what the physical buff's called, that massively increases their attack, and then use haste, using both the Black Mage and the Ninja to haste the Paladin and Ninja, so that they can do double damage with and have that attack buff. And then of course use White Mage to cast Protectra, invisible, to try to lower the number of times they attack. You know, you get hit. So yeah, this is where you'll really start to see it. So he does 16 hits, which is 1,000 damage. So it's like two turns in one. That's how they do haste in this game. But I've already probably said that in a previous recording. No, I'm dead now. Mystery Man.